الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم اجعل أعمالنا خالصة لوجهك ولا تجعل في غيرك آمين يا رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, how's everyone doing today? Alhamdulillah, thumma alhamdulillah. We start off with the praises of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's all praise due to Him. And we ask of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send abundant salutations on our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once again for all the favors that He has bestowed upon us, allowing us to have woken up this morning, allowing us to have a roof over our heads, allowing us to have our limbs intact, being able to see, being able to hear, being able to speak, the heart that beats without our permission, through the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhi nushur. Okay, so we're doing Surah Al-Bayyina today. Bayyina meaning clear evidence, or Bayyina also means something that is clarity, something that is clear. This is known as a Madani Surah. Madani. Who remembers what Madani means? Okay. A Madani Surah is a Surah that was revealed before the Hijrah. Sorry, after the Hijrah. Did you say after? Did you say before? After the Hijrah. Makki is before and Madani is after. What this means is, generally some people, when you ask them what Madani and Makki means, they would say revealed in Makkah and revealed in Medina. But that's not 100% correct, because there were some verses that were revealed in the Madani period, meaning after the Hijrah took place, but in Makkah. Rasulullah, for example, was on his Hajjatul Wada, and the verses were revealed, but this is known as Madani verses. And the reason for this is the Makki, the verses revealed before Hijrah, and the Madani has a very different theme. For example, the Makki verses were more on Tawheed, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reminding one of the year after, trying to increase one's iman. Whereas the Madani verses, that which is after Hijrah, had to do with the laws that was set down. Salah is established. Salah was established just before that, but Zakah was only established in the Madani period, for example. The prohibition of alcohol, Khamr, was only prohibited in the Madani. So it has a very different theme. So this particular surah is, as I said, a Madani surah. It was revealed after the Hijrah. And again we start with the ta'awudh, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. We seek protection by Allah from shaitan the cursed. And the importance of seeking protection by Allah from shaitan, number one, is that we don't get the incorrect understanding of the verses. So sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, there's verses that are unclear. Fihi ayatum mutashabihat. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the verses that are unclear, the people that have a disease in their heart use those verses to support their obscured view, for example. So they got a crazy view, and this verse, because it's not so clear, it gives ability to lend to that way, so they use it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says these people have a disease in their heart. Fi qulubihim marad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says these people have a disease in their heart. So number one, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from shaitan giving us ideas to use verses that are not what it's meant to be. Number two, at times you're going to be very inspired by a verse, very inspired by a nasiha, very inspired by a hadith, and you're going to feel that, okay, I'm going to implement this in my life, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And then shaitan's going to tell you, wait, you're still too young, you still have a lot of time, you don't have to do this now, you can change at a later stage. And so shaitan has that ability to make waswasa, whispering in your ear. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that. And then Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, we start in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the especially merciful. And we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showers us with His blessings as we are about to attempt to understand His word. So Lam Yakun, Lam yakun. The word, the lam, when it's put on a verb or put on anything, it creates a negative. It puts whatever it is there, it speaks and it puts it into a negative. So for example, to fa'ala is to do. Lam yaf'al, he did not do, puts it in the negative. Same over here. Lam yakun alladhina kafaru. I'm just going to go past lam yakun. I'm going to translate alladhina kafaru and then go back to lam yakun. So alladhina, those who kafaru, have rejected, lam yakun, will not. Okay, going back to that, will not. Alladhina kafaru, those who have rejected, lam yakun, will not. This word yakun, it comes from, who knows what it comes from? Anybody? What is the standard form of this word? Sorry? Yeah. Yakun. What is the standard form of yakun? Kana. Did you do kana? Kana yakunu. No, you didn't do kana yet? Okay, so kana yakunu is what is known as a fi'al naqis. Fi'al, it's a verb, but it's naqis. It is a bit deficient. It's not completely a verb. The verb has certain characteristics. This is almost like a verb, but it's not a verb. Okay? And the difference between kana and a verb, kana yakunu, you didn't do kana at all. No, okay. You probably have some slides that will be put on. So kana yakunu fa'ala yaf'alu. Kana yakunu fa'ala yaf'alu. Madi and mudari. The difference between kana and a verb is that whilst a verb has a doer, a fa'il, and a maf'ul, done upon, kana has a ism. There's a ism of kana, and there is a khabar of kana. Does this make any sense to you? No. Sorry? In a jumlatul ismiyah. You know jumlatul ismiyah? Okay. In a jumlatul ismiyah, what are the two things that you have? You have a mubtada and you have a khabar. The mubtada, what is the mubtada? The mubtada is the ism that starts the sentence. It's the noun that starts the sentence. Okay, so you understand. In a jumlatul ismiyah, you have a mubtada, it's the ism, the noun that starts the sentence, and then you have the khabar, the information. So kana has a ism of kana, and then it has the khabar, which is the information about that ism. So it's almost the same like a jumlatul ismiyah, except that it has kana in front of it. It's almost the same like a jumlatul ismiyah, except that it has kana in front of it. You all look like either you're tired or I'm talking a lot of gibberish over here. Sorry? You don't understand? Okay. So making me worry. I don't know if I'm not teaching right or you're so just tired. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. Out. Okay, I know it's the last period, but we'll try to make it a little bit lively, inshallah. So, those who have rejected, alladhina kafaru, those who have rejected, kafara, and then on your scale, kafaru. Who's the doer over here? Those who. Okay, so those kafaru, wal jama'a. Those who have rejected min from ahl. Ahl is the people or the family. Min ahl, from the people or the family, al-kitab, of the book. So the ahlul kitab is people that believed before the time of Rasulullah that were Jews and Christians. They are known as ahlul kitab. Ahlul kitab, the people of the book. The Jews had a book, they had the Torah, and the Christians had a book, they had the Injil, the Bible. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a reference to the people of the book over here. And wal mushrikeen, and the mushrikeen. The mushrikeen are the idolaters, idol worshippers, those who associated partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. Sorry? Yeah, cool. Okay, kana means generally when it's put in a sentence you don't give it a literal meaning. Kana means he was, yakunu means he is or will be. Kana means he was. Something is in past tense. Yakunu means he is or will be. In the context, it's speaking about those who have rejected, and the lam is putting it in negative. So they will not be, for example. If he is, or he is, you will. So lam yakun over here means they will not be. Is that better? They will not be. So those who reject and the people of the book. Sorry, those who reject of the people of the book and the idolaters will not. So lam yakun, they will not. They will not. What won't they be doing? Munfakin. The word munfakin means to leave off, to stop doing what they were previously doing. So they had other beliefs. They believed Jesus was God, for example. Some of the Jews had weird beliefs. Some of them were idol worshippers, mushrikeen. They won't leave off their shirk. They won't leave off their wrongdoing. They won't leave off believing other things like Jesus was God until something happens. Hatta, until. Ta'tiyahum, comes to them. Al-Bayyina, clear evidence. Until clear evidence comes, these people that had other beliefs will not stop their shirk or will not stop their weird beliefs until clear evidence comes to them. The verse clear? Everyone got the verse. So I just want to put this in context quickly. 2 surahs before this is Surah Alaq, Iqra. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read. This is the first time that Quran was revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the time and the place it was revealed. The next surah then, inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says when it was revealed. So how it was revealed, when it was revealed. Then this particular surah gives us the essence and the objective as to why the Quran was revealed. These people of the past that were misguided. These people of the past that had other beliefs. These people of the past that were believing in shirk, idol worship. They worshipped other than Allah. They gave more preference to other things than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they're not going to stop until clear evidence comes to them. So clear evidence must come before these people are going to take a different route. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains what is this clear evidence. And the whole sentence, the whole next sentence is the clear evidence. Number 1, Rasulun, a messenger. A messenger coming, this is clear evidence, because the messenger always came with particular signs. He came to show I am a messenger. And what did this messenger do? Min Allah. Number 1, this messenger, min Allah, from Allah. Yatlu, he recited. He recited, and what did he recite? Suhufan. Suhuf from the word sahifa or sahif. It's the plural. It means scrolls or scriptures. So a messenger comes and he recites upon these people scrolls, scriptures, mutahhara, that were pure. So clear evidence needs to come for this group of people to make a change in their life. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the clear evidence has come. What is the clear evidence? A messenger has come. And this messenger, he came with reciting to them the scriptures. He recited to them the Quran. And this Quran was mutahhara. It was pure. Fiha, in it. Yatlu means to recite. Yatlu has a deeper meaning, which actually means to follow exactly what was given to him. So Yatlu, Rasulullah was given via Jibreel alayhi salam. So he's following that same thing that Jibreel alayhi salam came, and he's giving it to others. Fiha, in it. Fiha, in it, in these scriptures, in the scrolls, is kutubun. The word kutub over here is translated differently to what is generally understood. Kutub is the plural of the word kitab. Kitab means books. Over here it doesn't mean books. The word over here means the writings or the laws, that came in these scrolls. In it is writings, in it is laws. Qayyima means that is upright, that is correct. So kutub over here is not going to be books. Kutub is going to be writings or laws. Qayyima, that is correct and upright. Okay, does everyone have the translation up until there? Okay, so I'm just in a brief translation again from the top. Those who have rejected from the people of the book, and the mushrikeen, the idolaters, the idol worshippers, lam yakun, they are not going to munfakeen, leave off. They're not going to stop what they were doing. They're not going to stop their belief. Hatta, until ta'tiyahum, comes to them, Al-Bayyina, until clear evidence comes to them. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. They're going to continue carrying on with their ways until clear evidence comes to them. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, now know that what is this Bayyina? What is this clear evidence? Rasul, a messenger. He's come, he did come. Min Allah, it's from Allah. Yatlu, he recites to them suhufan, scriptures, scrolls, mutahhara, that is pure. Fiha, in it is kutubun, writings or laws, qayyima, that is correct and upright. Now, Allah subhanahu wishes to come to a point. The point is over here. They're not going to stop. Then Allah sent so that the change could make. And when the proof came, when the clear evidence came, when the bayyina came, then something happened. So what happened? وَمَا تَفَرَّقَ. And wama, this is for negation. وَمَا تَفَرَّقَ. To separate, to split, to differ. وَمَا تَفَرَّقَ. Tafarraqa means to disagree. Those who, and the ma means not. So, alladhina, those who, utul kitab, utu were given. Utu were given. Al-Kitaba were given. What is Al-Kitab? The book. Those who were given the book. This is the people before. Ahlul Kitab that we mentioned in the first verse. They were not separated. They were together. They were together. They were one. Illa, except min ba'di. Min ba'di together means after. Ja'athum came to them. Al-Bayyina. Al-Bayyina, again, the clear evidence. Okay. Everyone got the translation? Okay, and to make sense of this quickly. This, as I mentioned, Iqra, read. First verses to be revealed to Rasulullah directly. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the next surah says, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr, speaking about how the whole revelation came. And this surah speaks about the essence of revelation. It comes to change, to transform, to take people from being in a state of darkness perhaps into a state of light. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they would not change until clear evidence came. When clear evidence did come, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says then they were initially one. They were one on the wrong. They were one on the disbelief. But then when it came, they then separated. They then differed. They then had ikhtilaf. They then went against each other. And some said, this is the right thing, we're going to follow. And some said, we don't believe in this, we reject it, we're going to continue living the lifestyle that we lived. You don't understand that? Now, how does this make reference to us? What has this got to do with us? What they were doing and how they were doing it and why they were doing it? The Quran is relevant to us today, isn't it? The Quran was here for our guidance. What is this in relation to us? What is the fact that they needed guidance and guidance came, and then when guidance came, some of them said, this is right, we're going to follow, and this is not right, we're not going to follow. What's it got to do with us? Very quickly. We got like 9 minutes left. Get some feedback from our ulama, mashallah. Quickly. Anything? Sorry? Allah sent us a book of guidance. Yes. So what are we doing? Allah's making a reference to those who rejected. Allah says the people who rejected, the people who were the idol worshippers, the people that they didn't have iman. The only time they were going to change is when clarity came to them. But when clarity came, then they still differed. So some people said, yes, is right. Other people said, no, we're not going to follow. And in reference to us, a connection is always made, in reference to me, when guidance comes to me, when Quran comes to me, when Hadith comes to me, when I see the right from the wrong, what is my response to it? Do you get that? What is my response to clear guidance that comes to me? So alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed us the opportunity to sit in a class where we're getting such reminders all the time. But how do we respond to the reminder? How do we take it? Do we say, okay, this is, subhanAllah, something that I need to implement in my life. This is something that I need to change in my life. This is something that I can implement in my family's life. Or this can't be implemented in my life. This doesn't make sense to me. This is not something that I want to latch onto. The rejectors did that. The kuffar did that. The mushrikeen did that. As believers, we cannot have the same attitude. Impossible to have the same attitude as those who disbelieved. Because the essence of Quran coming down, number one, Iqra, read. Number two, we spoke about the greatness of the night it was revealed in. And now the essence is that it needs to affect one's life. It needs to inspire, it needs to want to create some form of change in one's life. And one needs to consistently check, Alhamdulillah, I've covered so much surahs. Is it having an effect on my life or not? Am I starting to wanting to be different or not? Am I starting to make small changes in my life or not? And this is the importance of the surah. The essence of the surah is the Quran has been sent for transformation. Unfortunately, we've created a legacy, and what was done was done with good intention. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all those that have been part and parcel of it. But we've stripped away the meaning from the recitation. It's become something of, how much khatams can I finish? Did you bacha or whatever you bacha so far? Whilst that is rewarding, there's reward for every harf, and I don't want to downplay it. Rasulullah says for every letter there's a reward, 10 rewards for each letter. But if you're reading khatam after khatam and no change, no movement, no increased understanding of my deen, then there's a missing link. It's like the example of a person who's living in a different country, and he needs to get him medication because this medication is seriously ill. But when he goes to the doctor writes him a script in a different language, and he's so impressed with this language, he puts it up as a something for whenever he comes in, he can see this beautiful script that's in a different language. And every day he comes in and he reads to articulate the vowels of this language. So he starts reading the French of it, but not realizing that it's a script which is for medication that's going to cure him of his problems and his diseases. You see the seriousness. So the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought us here, granted us an opportunity to realize that Quran is much greater than just the Arabic reading and the reward of it. Rather, the objective is to take us out of a state of darkness and put us in a state of light. And that's the concept of this particular surah. Bayyina, clarity, clear evidence has now come your way. Know that the people that rejected before, they had a particular mindset, they didn't care. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says here, وَمَا تَفَرَّقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ إِلَّا مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُمْ. When clear guidance did come, then they separated and they were not together with one objective, which is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next verse, the time allow us. Yes. Sorry? Yes. The wukuf on Arafah and the day after Arafah. What about it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check that. But what's that got to do with the lesson, Maf? I'm just asking. Yes. Oh. Oh, Auntie wants to get into some ikhtilafi issues, the Moonies and the Makatinis. I don't want to get into that now, inshallah. I saw Maulana Khalil handled it very well. He says there's some technical issues that we're not going to get into. So I'm not going to get into that either, inshallah. The auntie was asking about Arafah. Is the Arafah mean standing on Arafah? Or when the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, when do we fast? And Maulana Khalil gave the view that we take that we fast on the 9th. And I'm not going to go into this. No, the 10th day is Eid, so we can't fast on the 10th. Anyway, just very quickly, I think I'm going to save the next verse for next week. The next verse is like very, very powerful, very important for the beginning of our journey for change. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, Quran is here for change. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, these groups of people that's not interested in change, even though clarity came. And then the next verse tells